journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, looking good, Billy Ray, feeling good, Lewis. This is the chart of the 30-year T-bond. I bring this to your attention because one of the things we try to drill into everyone is the importance of strong trending markets and the 382 retracement. This is one of the most popular of all traded things. The only thing bigger is the Treasury notes. And as you can see here, we made a perfect 382 retracement here. And there was your low. There was your exact 382. It's up about $1,000. The problem is I had an order in there, 2 ticks above this level at 03, and I did not get filled. And when I asked, because there were so many people in front of me, that I didn't get filled. I've never seen that happen, but I can't complain, so what am I going to do? Nothing else we can do, so I'll get rid of this out of the way. Now, we had a trade from the other day that's finishing up right now, possibly. This is the soybeans. We're going to get this up here on the daily chart. This was on a Tuesday. We were making that 382 retracement up here, if you'll remember. And I put on the video last night, the good place to buy it back would be right here, where we're trading here at 1020. That's down, and that is a very nice trade, $1,500, virtually no heat at all. So that's why I'm taking profits, because of that big move right here, which happens to be this. Let's just draw it in so we can see it real quickly and don't have to worry too much about it. That's going to be the 382 off of this move right here. There's where we are right now, and that's why I'm suggesting taking profits. It's a 3-day down in a bull market. We sold this, of course, on the A, B, C, D to the upside. That brings to the question that someone says, why did some of the trades lose? Well, folks, I'll tell you, if I told you that, I'd have to have you whacked. Nobody knows which ones are going to work and which one's going to not work. All I know is the ones that I'm 100% sure that are going to work, they're more like 10%, okay? I'll give you a perfect example of that. Today, I had, well, there's several trades. Let's do the good ones first. There's no sense being a spoiled sport on this, but here was one we were watching yesterday. If you remember the high we were talking about, there was the 382 right here in the crude oil last night at 79.60. And as you can see, the market broke all the way down here, folks, 77.95. And what was it doing at that time? Let's just see. There's your A, B, C, D move to that level right here. Now let's look at this, because remember, we're looking at strong trending markets. And remember, this is only down $3 a barrel, which is a considerable amount. As a matter of fact, we've got a 382 right now. By golly, I'm almost sure we do. Oh, just try it again, Larry. Get rid of that thing. It doesn't count. This is the one we want to look at. There it is right there. Right, it was 79.01. That's a 382. If you did that one, you might as well do this one. But let's take a look at it on a longer-term basis to see if this was a 382. We could learn something from that. So there's our move. Okay, now we've got a new low, a new high, and we got a big move coming down here. So this is no longer valid. We get rid of that. That doesn't count anymore. So all we get rid of this. Well, there's your 127 of that number, but get this out of the way here. And let's just see if that was a 382 off of this low. Wouldn't that be funny if it was? There's your low, and there's your high. And, oh, this one didn't work either. The low was supposed to be 77.71, and it was 77.79. You miss it by 2 pips, folks. So being exact 382 of that move right here. So that's why it looks so interesting. I'd be really careful now to sell this 382, because coming off of this one, you're already $1.50 higher And I'd be if you're going to do them all, you got to do them all. That's all there is to it. There's your 382 right here. That's at 79 even. We're at 79.06. You'd have to risk 30 pips. And if you made that on the way down, you certainly would have, had some money to spend on this. But in fact, it hit that 382. I'd say Nebahachi on that one. There's your ABCD to the downside right at the 382. That was the better trade than to try to sell it where we are right now. So I'm going to pass on that one. It's been a good trade, and we're going to not worry too much about that. So we get that out of the way, and we have to go take a look at one of our favorite things. We've covered the soybeans. Let's take a look at the live cattle. I think I've got this thing on this thing. I know what I can do. I can bring it up this way, and there's live cattle. Get the daily up. Remember the 198 level that we said ought to be a good sale? And by golly, it's a friendly hello and a good buy, because there was the 198. The high was 198.47, and we've got as low as 195.76 today. That's been a pretty big drop. Let's take a quick look at this on the smaller time frame. And we've had a pretty big drop. There's the big drop. And look what we're making right now, boys and girls. Here's your chance again. There's your chance again. Trouble is, it's late, and this is the cattle market. This would be something for tomorrow. There's your 382. Just hit it just now. If cattle were still open, I'd sell it here. I really would, and then put a buy stop above that, because that's the 382 retracement, the big down move. That was 3 handles. That's well over $1,500. Now it's rallied back about 500. That's a third, 0.382 right there. So that's another one that looks, real interesting from that point of view. Okay, now let's take a look at the one that didn't work, and I'll show you why I kick myself in the rear end sometimes. This is the gold chart. Let me get it up here on the hourly chart here. And this is the one I knew was the best. I flat said, oh boy, this is going to be the best one of them all. And look at this number right up here. I had 2 choices. Right up here, the first 1.618 at 48, or the second one right here at 52. I took the first one because the ABCD was 27.45 off of that move. Okay, so I took this one with my usual stop, and they stopped me right there. I mean, on the absolute high at 157.90 to the exact tick. I took a $7 loss, and that's neither here nor there. But here's the mistake that I made. I'm looking at silver and gold together, right? And I'm saying, well, maybe I should sell the weaker. And so what I'm doing is I'll get over here, get this out of the way so we can get the silver up here. The only way I can do this is to put these together so I can cascade and get to the silver chart. Here it is right here. Here, remember, gold's making new highs on the day, okay? Gold's making new highs on the day. This high was at 4 o'clock in the morning. So it's not making new highs. All it's doing is, this is the one to be the seller of. There's your high, okay? Where does it do? It goes right up to the exact 786, almost to the exact penny, and then has the break. I mean, that's the one you wanted to be selling. I'm showing you this because do as I say, not as I do, because sometimes I make mistakes like that and it kicks me in the rear end, but that was the one to be better at doing it. It couldn't even look, it just barely makes a new high by 1 penny, and it can't make an ABCD. That's telling you that is a weaker market. That was the one. And look at it. It's already down 15 cents. That's $1,500 as opposed to losing $700. Shut the front door and raise the rent. Let's be right back. We got to take a break. We got some more to look at, folks. Stay tuned.
This market has turned red, Tigers, and the question we should be asking ourselves is how to position for a potential bear market. Plenty of gains can be made in bull markets, but if we've entered bearish territory, that strategy needs to change. So, how do we pivot so we can see green in the red? Join Larry this month, January 10th and 24th, for live trading action. You'll sit next to Larry as he places live trades, explains his methodology, and answers questions live. Larry brings his decades of trading knowledge directly to you, teaching you how to navigate this shifting market. Go to the front page of TFNN.com today and secure your spot fast for live trading Fridays with Larry Pesavento. Happy New Year, Tigers. We'll see you January 10th and 24th. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Okay, folks, MC was kind enough to send us a picture of what she was looking at today in natural gas. As you can see here, made a beautiful 3-drive to a bottom here, multiple ABCDs done over a 2-hour period. Sits there right there, and this has $1,100 move, folks. The margin on the dumb stuff is only $2,900. That's almost half the margin. You don't get half the margin on S&P moves or bond moves. Not a chance. But anyway, that's what we're looking at. Okay, now let's move over, and we want to take a look at something that we haven't seen in a while, and that is the price of Nvidia. I want to get this up here because I have a story behind this. If you remember, we were talking about this stuff a while back when it was making a high. There's where we are. Let's get it up here on the daily. I believe that's what we were watching. Okay, here's where we are. Move this out of the way. And here's where we are with that. Remember, we were looking at this ABCD. Oh, this is a bad tick. Let's go to the 4-hour. They don't have bad ticks in the 4-hour for some reason. There's your ABCD right here. Okay, and the market had the big move, and the guy made a lot of money. And he said, well, if this works, he said, I'll help that person that you asked me to help. And I said, yeah, okay, we'll see. And then he said, the next day, come back. He said, where's it going to go? I said, it'll probably go down to 130 and then rally up with 382. And today's high was right here at 138.46. The high on the day was 138.75. And he said, if this one works, he said, I'll take care of it. And I said, sure, you said that the last time, you didn't do it this time. Well, I can't tell you the story behind this, folks, because I don't even like to think about it because it's so sad, but it's a family that's lived here in Tucson for many years, a regular working family. He's a plumber, a handyman is what he is. He does all kinds of things, but they had a tragedy hit their family 3 years ago that they've never recovered from, and it's been something beyond belief, and they've had rough times and stuff, and they used to live in a much nicer house, and they're scaled down to virtually not a shack, but a smaller house. And anyway, they're having trouble paying their rent, and so Sarah and I try to kick in once in a while. Well, we do our best. Anyway, this young man, he called me up this morning and he said, well, I talked to the people because he wanted to talk to them. I said, okay. And I said, what'd you do? He said, well, they're having trouble with their rent. He said, I'm not going to take care of the rent. He said, I'm going to buy the house and let them live in it as long as they want. I says, well, that's a pretty good deal. They're not old, but they're in their 60s and stuff like that. So he really kicked in to do that. I mean, it's not money out. Well, it's money out of his pocket, but he's not going to lose anything on it. And I'm glad, but at least he helped somebody. But he said, I have to know more about what you're doing. And I said, I'm too old to teach you, and I'm too expensive to learn. He said, we have to talk. So I'm going to set up something so that we can help some other folks that are having troubles. Folks, there's people moving in here from California that can't find a place to live. I have a real estate guy that I talk to all the time. He's got 5 or 6 people in the past 6 or 7 days that are moving from California because they can't find a place to live over there. They're getting 3 times the normal rent. But that's neither here nor there. Okay, that's enough of Nvidia. Let's get over. And I've got a list of things that we want to cover here. I covered the silver, covered the crude oil, covered the soybeans. Let's take a look at the one that hasn't been working. Been in this for 6 days. Hasn't hurt us much, but right now, let's see where we are. Last time I saw it was, we got down, almost even at one time, but we're still out $100, and we have our stop working in the corn. It looks like it's ready to turn down. Well, I've been saying that for, how long have we been in this? Let's take a quick look, because we sold it at the first time at 172. 1, 2, 3, we're here 4 days up at this level right here. So I've just about lost my patience, but we'll give it one more day. And since beans have backed off, we'll see what's going to happen with that. So anyway, those were things that we're watching here this morning. Okay, now the next one we want to cover here is foreign exchange. Now this is interesting now, folks, because let's get up here. We'll bring them up in live trading because this is the best way we like to see it. First one we're going to take a look at is the Big Daddy Rabbit, which is the old euro. And we're going to put it up on a 4-hour chart. And as you'll notice here, we haven't really done very much yet. Remember, this high right here was an exact to the tick. Exact tick. We did this with the dollar index. We did with this. There was your exact tick right there. All we've done now look, this is the 12th. We have 4 days. We've done nothing in here, correct? But we have something to possibly look at that may really be good. Okay, so let's move this over just a little bit, and you're going to be able to see it. Okay, now there's your left shoulder. Okay, that means your right shoulder would be down over here on the right. So let's get ready, because this is the one you want to be watching here in the next day or so. Okay, there's your shoulder here. It can't get any lower than right here, 102.14. That's down 80 pips from where we are right now. Now, if this were to do this, and I'm putting a big if on this because I don't know, nobody knows where these things are going to go. There's your ABCD leg coming in. There's your 618. That would still be a head and shoulder. And this would be the ideal head and shoulder, because then you'd have left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Maybe it takes another few days, but it's telling you that maybe something's getting ready to happen. You see this number here, 1306. When we look at this on the weekly, and we talked about this quite a bit, there was that number. Remember, I said 102 below that, and it went to 101.70, and boom, look where it is now, still at 103. I'm not involved in this, not involved in the British pound either. But I could be, but I'm doing other things, soybeans and some other stuff. Some of it good, cattle, some of it bad, well, gold, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, now let's move over. Hold on one second here. I want to get over here and talk about the British pound here, because that's another one that has some potential, but not nearly as much as the euro. Here's the British pound, and as you can see, the same thing is happening here. This has done absolutely nothing. It's still extremely weak. This is the actual number. You see that number 12245. If we look at this on the long-term weekly, that was the number we were looking at right there, where it's trading actually below it still by a little bit. So the euro is looking much better than the British pound. So that's why, if you want to do the best one, buy the euro, not the British pound. If we go to a smaller time frame on this, go down to a smaller time frame, there's what we've done so far here. All right, now there's no head and shoulders pattern. Remember, this is just over the last few days. And folks, if you like trading, try trading the British pound. It's a real hard one. There's AB equals CD right up there. Hello, operator. All right, where does it come down to? All the way down to the 786. This little 382 rally here this morning, that was almost the fact is I was watching that and I didn't even do anything about it. There it was right there. It came down. Now it's coming back up. So it's looking like it's making some type of a turn here because we're having higher bottoms. Okay, there's A, B, C, D. There's your first pullback right here. I don't see any 382s in here showing extreme strength. There's nothing here at all showing any type of really good strength. So we're just backing off normal. And so what you want to do is you want to see what this correction was off the bottom. It should be exactly 618 if it's following the program. And there it is, right there is your 618. We rally from 2178, rally 70 pips. So we'd have made $350. Your risk here would have been really small, and that's what we're doing. However, looking at this one, let's take a break here. We'll get right back here. We got something to pay attention to here.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors. This portion of Trade What You See is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Okay, folks, this is the British pound hourly chart most of the day. You can see from midnight into where we are right now. And you'll see perfect ABCD right here. There's your first chance that maybe things have changed, because you only had this little tiny pullback, stopped right at the 382. Now you made another higher high, so the first thing you want to do is to double check that, because if it does it again, you're going to have a pretty strong idea that that's what's happening. So that's the number you want to be watching, is right there. We're almost there right now. Well, while we were on the air, John Jameson sent something to us that we have to pay attention to. You see this one standard deviation weekly? Look at this number here, folks. You see 21,557. You see that number? Now, this is what I'm going to be doing along with John when we get this Telegram channel, so we can send these things up to you to let you know when these things are happening during the day. Because if we go back and look, and that's what we're going to do right now, you see that number right there? 21567, that was the number. 21577 was the high. 21567 was the number to hit. It went 10 ticks higher. We're trading down in here somewhere. So this is going to be fun to do, but watch it. These are numbers. These people at Wall Street, they know these numbers, and they use them to their advantage all the time. Let's get back here to talk about some. So we're just for kicks and giggles, I'm going to put this beeper in right now to see if we do get to it while we're on the air. And also what I need to do is to check the cattle, because I made a comment about the cattle market in 382, and I would have done that trade if I'd have been able to reach the thing or not, but I couldn't. We'll just get this up and see how close we came to it. And, well, it hasn't really, I think it's closed now, or really close to closing. I think it's closed now. But that would have been right at the exact 382 up here when we were just talking about it a little bit ago. So I'll assume, it's still out. It's still active. It's trading at 196.67. We'll follow through with this tomorrow, but this is a good pattern. Look, you're talking 3-hour rally, beautiful ABCD in right at the 382. Now, someone's asked the question, why did I pick the lower high? Well, you could have picked either one. I picked this one because that's where the big move started down from. And so that's why I do. It's the difference between these two. Let's just show you. It's like separating, fly from pepper. There it is right there. You still would have got there. You see that? The difference between that, it still would have made it. So, and that was the right one to use, because it did it right on the money. So anyway, these are just numbers, but boy, these folks on Wall Street, they certainly know how to use it. Let's get rid of this. And we need to look at the Australian dollar. We were going to have Bart DeLeone on tomorrow, but he's got a big shindig with some of these Navy SEAL type guys, and he's not going to be able to make it. But here's what he's looking at. He is really bullish this Australian dollar. Now let's taking a look. He's looking at it the long-term weekly, and I thought it was going to get down to this level. Bart picked this one right in here, and it's working pretty good. It's up about $500-600. I thought we might get to here, and that was just the fact that I'm looking at this A, B, C, D pattern right in here. And if I drew this out, geometrically, you'd have there's your drive 1, drive 2, drive 3 would bring you in right there. That's down a lot, folks. That's down like $1,200. It takes something like this to get it there, but it hasn't really, it's up a little bit, but it's still got a chance. So I'm waiting for this. I don't know if I'm going to be right or not, but that's what I'm looking at. Sometimes you win, sometimes you don't. You don't know which of these things is going to work. That's the real key. Okay, that takes care of the currencies with the exception of the US dollar, and we need to cover that because everybody's talking about it. Here's where we are here. Get up, you can see we're still having a little bit of a bounce. Our 382 so far has held right on the money. See, we'll get it. We had the 382. Actually, it missed it by a little bit. And then we've had just really doing it's very quiet today. This is an hourly chart from yesterday. We're just pulling down a little bit. Let's see what the rally was on the way back up. Probably stopped at right X 50% 2 days in a row. There it is. Wednesday, Thursday. So this is going to be important. What we happen if we get through this, you got to watch, because there's the 382. Making this low might be a trap. So this is why I'm going to mark this right here, because that 382 is really powerful number, folks. You can't dismiss it. Well, you can dismiss it if you like, but if you remember on the long-term daily here, we have some problems up here with this number right here. But this is all we've done so far, backing and filling, just like we did here at a good level. 1, 2, 3 days down, holding okay. So there's nothing bearish about it as of yet. But we start getting below here, below 109 or 108. Then there's trouble in River City. And, of course, the euro will be screaming by then, and hopefully we'll be long if we see the signal that we hope we'll be watching. Okay, now we'll get rid of that, and we'll get the Australian dollar out of the way, and we'll get the euro out of the way. And we covered Nvidia already, and now I need to cover, what's the stock that I have here? TSM. Taiwan Semiconductor. Hold on. This is, remember, we have a gentleman that thinks this is going to be the collapse of this market is going to be in TSM. So let's see if there's any reason for it to be collapsing. TSM, there it is. Taiwan Semiconductor. We'll get the daily up here. All I know about this Taiwan Semiconductor, it's from Taiwan. That's about it. And it must be semiconductors. So there it is right there. We had a break here. Look, we're back up. Big news today. Almost made a new high. So something's involved here. It looks like you're going to go up and make another high. I mean, why would it not make this high? I mean, at least that one. Yeah, I don't see anything. Let's just mark this just in case we get this hit tomorrow or today or something. We'll take a look at it. And shut the front door. This thing is just too sensitive to draw, so I'll just do it with the clone line. This is what you should do at home anyway, is draw this with pencil, and you'll see we should make a new high tomorrow or today. We want to mark that, so if it gets there, it'll see where we potentially are. You also have a larger ABCD back here, folks, and I don't know anything about semiconductors other than they're conductors and they're semi. See, it measured to 219, and the high has been 222 right out of Gartley's book. So this should be some pretty stiff resistance up in this area if it in fact gets there with the Taiwan semiconductor. Let's see how we're doing with the 1 minute to go here. That gives us a chance to look at Tesla, and that's right below it. And we'll get the hourly up. This should be up on the day. Well, doing nothing. Well, we haven't really done much. We had this pattern drawn in thinking we were going to get there. We've taken out the highs. This was yesterday. We opened lower and we're going down today, so we haven't quite made this high. There was a double ABCD up in that area. Whether it means anything or not, it's still kind of early, but this is the area where you should have really tough resistance. That's up another $17, so that's where I would have my limit minder on this, watching to see if it's going to work. Okay, we're going to take a break. 877-927-6648 if you have any questions.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Okay, folks, a couple people said they want to know what happened to that family in Tucson. Folks, you ever heard this story about the pink elephant? Someone said, you see this pink elephant? And then you can't think of a pink elephant. You can't think of anything but a pink elephant. If I told you that story, it would affect you in a way that you don't want to know. Okay, so forget about it. I'm not going to say anything more about it. But I'm glad somebody was able to help them. They've had other people helping them along. But anyway, that's life. Okay, nothing like what's going well. It's much worse than what happened to the people in California that just lost their homes and stuff. This was, shut up, Larry, and get back to work. All right, let's move back up here and take a look at what else we're looking at. What's going on with the market here? I haven't looked at it in a while. Let's take a look here at the, let's look at the, where is the Russell? Here's the Russell right here. It's actually holding up better than anything else today. You see, it's still had a high up here at 85. It's trading right here, still up from where we were early this morning. It's still acting pretty good. I just noticed here that the NASDAQ has getting hit pretty hard. Now, we just had a little while ago, you'll be able to see here, we had a 382 rally right up here off of the high earlier in the morning. I was watching that, and now it gives us a, and remember, there's a 382. Remember this number we were talking about here? 22266. I mean, we're only 40 handles away, so we got to watch this very, very closely. This is something to learn from, if nothing else. There's your AB structure coming in right here. There's your CD coming in just a little bit below that, and then you've got another one right below this level right here, and our British pound just went and made that 382 we were talking about just a little while ago. Let's get that up here and turn it off, otherwise it'll drive us crazy. And there it's doing, oh, we had that on a real short-term basis, didn't we? That was a 8-minute or something. Yeah, there was a 382 we were looking at coming in here on the British pound, and I think we hit it exactly. Yep, we did, right there. There it is. I'm going to turn it off because I don't want to hear it anymore, but it should stop there. Let's get back to what we were talking about here with this NASDAQ, because this is the reason, folks, this number right up here, there's your standard deviation that John pointed out, 25167. That was the number. Well, the number was 21557. It went to 21567, and now you can see where we are right here. And these are huge swings, folks. You know, each time you go 100 points, you're looking at $2,000. That's like 40 points in the S&P. So as you can see, this tells us that we're going to get down into this level right here. Now, this is important. Hey, not everything's important, but let's look at this on the hourly. Okay. This is important because we want to watch to see what the 382 is going to be, just like we were looking in the bonds. And where does that come in? Right there. 22315. That's about 70 handles from where we are right now, and remember the ABCDs measuring down to this area, go back to the smaller one. You'll be able to see all lined up right in here. There's your 382 right there. So we're not very far away. It won't happen while we're on, well, it could, but well, it's getting down here pretty quick. So we want to watch that, because that's going to be several different ABCDs coming together at the same time as you look at this. Now, God, you know, we could never do this years ago. It wasn't until we got these computers back in the mid 80s that we could start doing this stuff. And boy, that's what's great. There's another ABCD, well, several here. Let's just draw them in so you can see ABCD is the one we like to see. There's your first ABCD pattern right there. Then you have the rally. What does the rally do? Goes right up to here. Okay, that tells us that we're going to come down to here. We have another ABCD that was right here. There's your AB leg right here, CD leg right there, and we're getting right down here. This is major support right there, boys and girls. Major support. We break that. The only way that my analysis of the stock market having a big flying Melinda to the downside would be if we turn down sharply today or tomorrow. And by sharply, I mean we take out those lows of Monday, and we did that, then that could be. And with all the stuff that's going on in the world, God knows what could happen. I mean, you get a market that goes up 700 points one day and down 700 points the other day. I mean, this is the kind of environment we live under. I've been saying this, 2025 is a year of volatility, so get ready for it. And believe me, if you think these patterns aren't helpful and the standard deviations and stuff, pay attention to what these boys are doing, folks. This is not mysterious stuff. They know what they're doing. Look, this thing since early this morning after we made that 618, all right, exact 618 on the daily. There was your one standard deviation. We've had lower highs. Just sell lower highs. That's all you had to do. Look, we're almost there. We'll just watch it while it's happening. It's beeping right now because we're there. The big daddy rabbit's right here. So let's watch and see. Hold on here. So we're almost at 2166. I had to cover position here, I guess. Just give me a minute here. Okay, how much time we got in the day? 2 hours yet? Yeah, 2 hours. We'll play with it a little bit and see what happens here. There's the numbers that I'm looking at are right here. There's the importance of the 382 right now. We just the number there is 22266, and so far the number has been 22265. So we've hit that number. It's been hit just now. 65 has been the low. There it is at 6869. So watch it. That's really, if you're day trading, you know, if it breaks that number sharply below that, then that means you're probably going to go down a lot more. So I'm just watching to see what happens. I'm using a little time count over here to see how much it bounces. Right now it's 3, 4, 5 points. Well, when you're trading at something that's worth $212,000, you flat better pay attention to it, because if it really starts moving to the downside, that tells you that, something's not right. Right now it's holding up. Yep, there's another new low in the day, another new low on the day. That means it's not holding as well. So I'm going to change the limit minder down here to what my next target, which will be right here. Now, look at that. We just jumped 10 points right above it. So that's all it's done is kicked out those stops. Now you see there was a number at 66, and now we're trading at 74. So it's actually held up relatively well. And I should go in and cover the short right now, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw caution to the wind and wait and see what happens. I have a trailing stop on this now, folks, so there's not going to hurt me too bad. But if this does fall down from here, there's a chance that idea I had, and I'll show you that idea again because it's based on this pattern right here from 1929. That's where I thought we were yesterday. Right down. This was only a 2-day rally. This has been a 3-day rally. But this is a number that I'm looking at, because if this gets below here, below Monday's low, you could see something like this, just because of the margin of people out there and stuff. I mean, there's nobody's that's even looking at anything that's even related to being scary. I mean, this is just a normal bull market. And you know what? There's a lot of things that tell you that it could certainly be that way. So that's what we're paying attention to right now. Now I'm sure, now you see we're 20 points above that number. I'm pretty sure that's it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to have to play caution to the wind here And how much time I've, we've got bills to pay here, 32 seconds. So what I'll do is during the break here, I'm going to lower my stop down to a very, very, very tight level, and we're going to see what happens. Stay tuned, and the flag is up. We'll see what happens to these things here in just a minute. Stay tuned.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pro's pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Okay, folks, this is the reason I brought this up. This is the gold. Sell the weakest. You can see if you'd have sold the silver, you could have sold the silver on a 786 retracement. The gold, look at this, from 11 o'clock to 13 o'clock, it kept going straight up, and that's the same thing. 11 o'clock to 12, it couldn't even take out the highs. Sell the weakest. Do as I say, not as I do. But you know what? You shake it off, and that's pretty much it. Let's go back to what we were looking at here in this NASDAQ, because I decided to cover the position. Hold on, we'll see where we are right now. And, well, so far it's the right thing to do. Well, it's a pretty big jump. Yeah, I got out of it here, folks, at 85, 21, 285, and now I'm out of it right there. But there was your exact 382, so it's held right on that money. Does that mean it's going to stay that way? No, it doesn't. But that's what I'll do now is I'll put my limit minder on to see if, in fact, this is going to go that. Now, what I will do, if I want to micromanage this, I know that I have a high way back here. So all I'll do now is go down to, I got to do this quickly because we're almost out of time here. There's the ABCD to the downside, okay? And what we're going to do now is we're going to see if we can rally back to the last high of this move right here on a 382. That's all I want to see. All I know is if we start hitting this button right here, then I know it's going to be pretty negative. So that's what I'm looking at as we look at these things here today. Tomorrow, we're supposed to have Bart, but he's not going to make it. He's doing one of those soiree things with the Navy SEALs. And we'll have him on maybe the following week. And next week, we're going to have, of course, Jeff Huge on. And we'll keep looking at that. So that's what we're watching, folks. Live every day in an attitude of gratitude, and may God bless. And thank you for support here at TFNN and everything you do for us. We really appreciate it. And may God bless.